Welcome back to Cryptids 101, where we hunt cryptid creatures and bring them to light in an introductory fashion. Today, we are taking a look at the cryptid creature called the Lake Norman Monster. What is the Lake Norman Monster? The Lake Norman Monster is an old, mysterious, water-based aquatic cryptid creature that has both confused and captivated people for decades. With dozens of sightings, obscure pictures, and first-hand stories giving dramatically different descriptions of the elusive lake-dwelling monster, it's hard to pin down a realistic concept of what this fabled flippered phenomenon could actually be. Despite the inconsistencies in reports and doubtful testimonies from witnesses, the legend of the Lake Norman Monster is only growing in notoriety, bringing hundreds and even thousands of visitors annually hoping to catch a glimpse of the scaly cryptid. What does the Lake Norman Monster look like? According to sites like charlottestories.com and unknownexplorers.com, a myriad of descriptive compilations tend to come into play surrounding the Lake Norman Monster. Some reports say Normie has a more crocodilian look with elongated, exaggerated features. Other reports say Norman is a 10-foot-long, serpent-like creature with a distinctive 3 humps protruding from the water when witnessed. Even further still, other reports claim to have seen what looks like a dinosaur-esque beast bobbing in and out of the water's surface. But most firm believers of the Lake Norman Monster hold fast to the idea that Normie is a more fish-like creature with a slender body, a ragged-looking dorsal fin, flippers, and thick whisker-like appendages on its exterior, giving this aquatic cryptid a rather unique look. Where is the Lake Norman Monster seen? If you haven't guessed it by now, then I don't know how to help you, but the Lake Norman Monster is predominantly seen in Lake Norman, which is in North Carolina. Sightings have been recorded all the way back to 1963 when Lake Norman was created by Duke Energy after they built the Cohen's Ford Dam. Eerily enough, Lake Norman hides more than just monsters, as reports say a couple towns and many structures are buried under the lake, and there have been multiple deaths over the years in the lake. To this day, it is uncertain if Normie was a cause for any of the bodies found in Lake Norman's waters, but regardless, the theories and legends state that this cryptid creature may be a little bit more on the spicy side. What is the Lake Norman Monster's behavior? As many lake-dwelling monsters do, this water-based cryptid creature is known to breach the surface without warning, which typically causes the initial shock and hysteria. Normie is also known to travel short distances with sections of its body exposed above the waterline. Other encounters report Normie chasing fast boats fairly often, as well as knocking into water skiers and brushing up against swimmers. More extreme encounters have included physical attacks against people that were playing in the water. So far, again, no deaths have been officially linked to the Lake Norman Monster, but there are more than a few people who believe they would have died if they weren't able to escape. How to defend against the Lake Norman Monster? Now, this cryptid creature is strictly a water-based cryptid creature that is confined to the limits of Lake Norman. That being said, realistically, the best way to defend yourself against a possible attack from the Lake Norman Monster is quite simply staying out of the lake. However, if you are attacked or pulled underwater, search for the nostrils or the eye holes of the creature, jam your thumbs into them, and then try to swim away when it reacts in pain. This has been said to be used against sharks and alligators and crocodiles, so why couldn't it work against a supernatural, paranormal, possibly cryptid creature that lives in the lake? But again, we don't know. This is not an official report on how to defend yourself. We just make YouTube videos here at Phillibuster Media, and that just sounds about right. What is the lore of the Lake Norman Monster? The lore surrounding the Lake Norman Monster begins with the creation of the lake and all of the unique stories laying underneath its murky depths. The story of the Lake Norman monster is mildly perpetuated by modern entertainment in the forms of Normie, a short animated movie that went straight to DVD in the year 2008, several small books by enthused authors, several different presenters on YouTube, and TV shows like Boogeyman and Lake Monsters. Each year, thousands of people enjoy the recreations of Lake Norman, hoping to have their own encounter with the elusive water dweller, each one enhancing the legend of Normie as it sits. As the Lake Norman monster creeps further into the limelight, more and more viewers and readers are being drawn to the mystery and allure of this beloved and slightly feared cryptid creature. This has been another episode of Cryptids 101. If you enjoyed what you saw and heard, please leave a like and subscribe. As always, thank you for watching and have yourselves a blessed day.